I know.
But I think it would be just that, what you think it is as a. That's interesting. Is that on? All right, everybody please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael Cashman.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
I'm here.
Barbara Hebert.
Here.
Charles Costick.
Here.
Dana Isabella.
Here.
James Coffey.
Here.
And I, Catherine Colucci, is also present.
Great, thank you. There has been a really long hiatus for us to be able to do this. And I know I join my fellow board members in being elated to welcome you all back. But without further ado, I'm going to toss this to Jordan to lead our ceremony. So it's all yours, Jordan. Come on down. Oh, we're super excited. No problem.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming out tonight. I'm Jordan Manny. I am the Recreation Program Coordinator here at the town of Plattsburgh. I want to start by thanking my coaches. You guys, we couldn't have asked for a better season, so we appreciate all your time and effort that you put into this. Next, I want to thank the parents for bringing your kids to the practices and supporting them throughout the season. You guys keep our program up and running, and we love to see all the kids keep coming back. So kids, you're here to accept the most dedicated award. That means you showed up to practice, you worked hard, you supported your teammates, and you had a positive attitude, and you just had fun. Which is what we want. So, when you come up, I'm going to hand you your award. You're going to stand here, you're going to look out to the crowd, your parents are going to take some pictures, and then you can have a seat. First up, we have Preston Nelson. Grayson Bassett. Cole Alberts. Congratulations. Eddie Stickle.
It's okay. You're okay. Hey, hey, that way.
You got this, bud.
You got this, bud. You got this.
Congratulations. Good job, Eddie. Good job.
Come on, smile.
Mia Kohler. Adeline Courier. Congratulations. Peter Church. Phoenix Kelly. Chance Serta. Not present. Gracie Bisa. Congratulations, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Before we conclude today's thing, and you certainly are welcome to stay for the meeting tonight, but I'd ask you to join me in giving a round of applause to Jordan, and I know Erin. We truly believe that the town of Plattsburgh is the gold standard in recreation. Can we give her and her and before we send you on your way, just a quick brief statement is the town of Plattsburgh continues to keep recreation and programming as a top value. We're doing some really exciting things because of community members like yourself. They're part of our public advisory committee for recreation. We're doing a master plan for our recreation parks. We're investing in new playground equipment in our parks. We continue to work in public-private partnership with a number of things. So there's some really exciting things for you and your kids and your family members and friends to be on the lookout for. If you ever want to get more involved in the town as a governmental entity, ask Jordan, ask ourselves, because we need people like you to continue to make the town of Plattsburgh what it is. And we just really appreciate your commitment to having youth participate in recreation programs. Because I know it sounds kind of goofy and people say it all the time, but youth is our future, and being able to have them involved in these types of things is good for the entire community. So thank you for your commitment to youth programming as well. Stay, otherwise you're welcome to have
It's not a long meeting, but you know, we have to spend 15 minutes.
All right. Resolution 79.
Kids aren't gonna listen.
I love your outfit, buddy.
Good job.
Resolved that the minutes of February 2nd, February 9th, 2023 be accepted and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Good. Is there a second?
Second.
Austin. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Resolution is carried. Any public comment this evening? No people weren't here for that tonight, so seeing none, move forward. Resolution 80, the abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 4A-23 for $472,294.24. Abstract 4A-23 prepays for the amount of $110,558.57. Be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Isabella, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution is carried. Resolution 81, monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file the following monthly department head reports. Buildings and grounds for February of 2023. Codes and zoning for February of 2023. Highway superintendent for February of 2023. Parks and recreation for February of 2023. Supervisor's financial report for February of 2023. The town clerk for February of 2023. Water wastewater for January 23 and February of 2023.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Isabella, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution is carried. Resolution 82, resolution to hold a public hearing for local law number 1 of 2023, a local law imposing a 12-month moratorium for applications for Tier 3 solar energy facilities and battery-based energy storage systems.
Whereas proposed local law number 1 of 2023 will provide that the town of Plattsburgh may impose a 12-month moratorium on applications for Tier 3 solar energy facilities and battery-based energy storage systems. Whereas due to consideration has been given to the adoption of proposed local law number 1 of 2023 by all members of the town board who were present, and whereas it was the considered opinion of all members of the town board who were present that a public hearing should be held on the 20th day of April of 2023 at 6:05 p.m. at the Plattsburgh Town Hall located 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, to consider the adoption of this proposed local law number 1 of 2023. Now, on motion duly made and seconded, it was resolved that a public hearing be held on the 20th day of April 2023 at 6:05 p.m. at the Plattsburgh Town Hall, 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, on the question of the enactment of proposed local law number 1 of 2023. And be further resolved that a notice of hearing on proposed local law number 1 of 2023 shall be published in the Press Republican not less than 5 days prior to that hearing, and be further resolved that the town clerk shall post that notice on the bulletin board maintained by the town clerk pursuant to Town Law 30, Section 6, and on the Town of Plattsburgh website for a period of not less than 5 days prior to that public hearing.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, Wood. Any discussion? Seeing none. This again is this is public hearing. This is not the full determination. So can I get a roll call vote, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution is carried, thank you. Resolution 83, resolution for type 2 secret action law number 1 of 2023, imposing a 12-month moratorium on apologize. Yep, sorry. Type 2 secret action imposing the 12-month on the applications of secure facilities and battery storage.
Whereas proposed local law number 1 of 2023 would provide that the town of Plattsburgh may impose a 12-month moratorium on applications for Tier 3 solar energy facilities and battery-based energy storage systems. Whereas Part 617 of Environmental Conservation Law, State Environmental Quality Review Act, (SECRA), provides for the review of any action to determine the effect of the action on the environment, along with any related administrative procedures for the implementation, authorization, or approval of the action. And whereas the adoption of a moratorium on land development or construction is a type 2 action under the 6 NYCRR Part 617, requiring no further environmental review, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Plattsburgh's Planning Board, after review of proposed local number 1 of 2023, does hereby determine that the proposed project is a type 2 action requiring no further environmental review.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Isabella? And I apologize, sometimes seeker reviews are part of the other resolution, so I just want to make sure that it was on task.
Right.
Can I get a roll call vote? There's no discussion. Roll call vote?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
and Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Thank you. Resolution 84, appointment of Rick Rasco to building maintenance supervisor.
Whereas a vacancy exists in the Town of Plattsburgh Buildings and Grounds Department for a building maintenance supervisor, and whereas Mr. Richard Resco has applied for the position to fill the vacancy in the Buildings and Grounds Department, and whereas his qualifications have been reviewed by the County Department of Personnel and has been determined appropriate, therefore be it resolved that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby authorize provisional promotion pending successful completion of the building and maintenance supervisor examination. And be it further resolved, this promotion will take effect April 9th, 2023. This places Mr. Rasco at an hourly wage of $29.63. And be further resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign all necessary documents to promote Mr. Rasco to the position of buildings and maintenance supervisor. And be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and be placed in Mr. Rasco's personnel file.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Isabella, any discussion?
Yeah. See, he has to take the test.
Correct.
He didn't take that before.
Nope.
Another position.
Nope, this
No,
is,
there's no current list.
there's no current list. This is all about, the department reorganization for it. Just to kind of, touch on a little bit. This position was not created for Rick. What was done is that for building and grounds, to have that new structure, the position several weeks ago was created. It was then posted as it relates to our Teamsters agreement for an internal posting. Rick then applied and was interviewed for the position and being recommended for this position.
It was a position that civil service already had?
Yes, it's a civil service position.
Okay.
Yeah. But he will have to test for the position, and because tests, sometimes I'll use one of our other, titles that we've had, planners and other people in the past, that those tests don't always happen every year. Sometimes it can take several years for them to happen, sometimes they come up quickly, so that all really drives even the probationary period, so that's why this resolution doesn't have the
Just gonna say
traditional
that.
12-month
Yeah.
probationary period, because it could actually be a little bit longer, a little bit less, depending on kind of
Yeah.
some standards and stuff. All right.
Imagine that.
Anything further? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution is carried. Thank you very much. Resolution 85, purchase and installation of surveillance system.
Whereas it has been determined that the Town of Plattsburgh Parks and Recreation Facilities have experienced an increase in vandalism, and whereas in order to maintain ongoing safety within the Town of Plattsburgh Parks and Recreation Facilities, there is a need to purchase and install surveillance equipment as well as have said equipment fully connected to telecommunication services. And whereas Aaron Pangborn, Recreation and Youth Services Director has requested the purchase of one surveillance camera for the South Plattsburgh Recreation Park and have it installed for total purchase not to exceed $500 with a monthly charge of $37 payable to Verizon as a monitoring service fee. Therefore be it resolved that the town board to approve the purchase as requested and that Ms. Pangborn is hereby authorized to make said purchase, and be it further resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation related to the purchase of the camera and surveillance fee, and be it further resolved that a copy of the resolution be given to Ms. Pangborn and the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Isabella, any discussion?
Yes, this is the one that's most needed at the present time, but we don't have them in all the other parks.
They wanted to do, I talked to Aaron about it, they want to do this as a kind of a test case, see how this works in brother, because the cost here is going to be, the camera's $275, and it's that fee of $37. They just want to get a sense of, you know, if someone were breaking in, perhaps maybe something would go off on their phone. They just want to, you know, get their sea legs on this first.
We'll have to sort of plan for possibly
Oh,
taking care of some of the other places.
oh,
There's vandalism in more than just one park.
And there's larger, more global conversations occurring on this. You know, the fact remains that people shouldn't be doing this type of activity in the park, but, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, these parks are older in the sense of their infrastructure. So, you know, one of the things that's also occurring as far as the master plan for recreation was a consideration for new, you know, standards for health and safety and so on and so forth. So you'll see a note of that in that plan, so this is just getting a step ahead of it, so.
The one thing I would, and I would throw it over to Jim, do we have to limit this to just the South Plattsburgh Recreation Park? Or is there some way that this could be adjusted to read to be used in recreation parks? And the reason I ask this unit is very mobile. So if we felt that we needed to move it, that's something that our buildings and grounds people are gonna be able to do.
Yeah, well then I guess you could do that. My thought would be that you're talking about such a modest amount, 200, you know, something,
Okay.
it would almost make no sense to take something down to move to another park, you know. I mean, it's a pretty, if it were a huge thing, I could see it, but I think that's the way Aaron wants to do it as well.
Okay.
Nothing further, going once, going twice, seeing none, can I get a roll call on this as well?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hoover,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution just carried. I do know of a need to go into an executive session this evening regarding proposed pending or current litigation with the city of Plattsburgh as it relates to the town of Plattsburgh's contract as it relates to sewer contract. And arbitration, yeah. Is there a motion to enter an executive session?
So moved.
Heber, is there a second?
Second.
Costick. Can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hoover,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, no formal action to be taken tonight, so we will enter into executive session at 6:18 p.m.
Okay.
He is this refers to Sunday.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, yeah, well, I'll talk to him tomorrow, I hope